Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV. I'm Sean Burke. Joining me is Graham Marshall, Jack Townsend, and Nick Elliott. Coming up on this week's show. Do you not feel bad for knocking out Christian Eriksen's team?
Yeah. I do, yeah.
You should have let them win.
We were only behind by 9 minutes, but I was saying yesterday it felt like an hour.
Yeah.
Laser pointer in each hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, look, if it had happened, you'd have all looked like idiots, and I'd have looked great.
And when I say some people, I mean people from Scotland and Wales. He ended the 90 minutes with 100% pass completion. How? It felt like the ball was pinging,
Zero passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Who's there? It's football, and it's about 55 years late. That's right, England have reached the final for the first time since 1966 after beating Denmark 2-1 at Wembley Stadium, meaning they will play Italy for the trophy on Sunday. Let's hope this one doesn't go to extra time because I might have to emigrate on Monday. Guys, we were just talking about it before we started recording, but how surreal does this feel for you more than anything else? Graz, you were saying you don't really know how to feel.
How am I supposed to react? I'm 28 and I've never seen us come even close to a final, really.
Yeah.
I don't remember 96. This is uncharted territory, right?
My favourite thing about you, Graz, is you're carrying around an England shirt. You have,
Yeah.
Like when you said, "Oh, I'm going to put an England shirt on," I thought you meant you're going to get one from the drawers.
Oh, no, this is mine.
You've just got one on you at all times.
Yeah, you've got to be ready.
I thought you got it from the prop cupboard.
No. This is my own. You've got to be ready at all times.
In the highly unusual situation that England and Italy were suddenly just forced to play right now, any moment.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be ready to just. It turns out we're just going to play it now.
Hey, look, if it had happened, you'd have all looked like idiots, and I'd have looked great.
So where did you guys watch the match then? Were you guys out and about?
I watched it in my friend's office, near our office. I think I've broken my foot because I spontaneously kicked a table when Kane scored. It just felt right at the time. In fact, and do you know what? If I had the chance to do it again, I would.
The table had it coming. Come on.
Yeah. So by the way, Jack, I won't be playing football later because I know we're supposed to play five-a-side later, but I can barely walk. So.
No way. Not happening.
Well, how did you feel watching the match? I mean, it went extra time, but I felt, Denmark did score first, but they never really looked like they were, they never looked dominant.
Going into it, this was the most stressed I'd felt going into any game because the whole thing was I was supposed to get out of the group, and then we got Germany, and it's like, well, we're supposed to lose to Germany, so I didn't really think much of that. And when we beat them, it was like, well, we're going to beat Ukraine, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, oh no, it's the team of destiny. It's Denmark. Like propelled forward by the weight of emotion. I thought there was no way we could stop them. The moment they scored that goal, I was almost, I'll admit, I did stop believing for a bit.
I was worried because we hadn't gone behind before. It was almost like a feeling that we've been almost not had to feel this whole tournament.
Like we've not been challenged almost.
Yeah. But actually, going behind before the final and winning the game, I feel like that's actually probably going to make the team even stronger.
Yeah, a bit of adversity.
Yeah.
I thought it was hugely important that we equalised before half-time as well. Like, obviously, they went 1-0 up, and we were only behind by 9 minutes, but I was saying yesterday, it felt like an hour. We were 1-0 down. I was like, oh, my God, we're 1-0 down. Oh, God, this is it.
And after Schmeichel had saved that other one from Sterling as well, I started to think it just wasn't going to happen. There's if he's going to save one like that, we're done. We'll pack it up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That whole time felt like so long, but then they showed it was like, oh, you were behind by 9 minutes. Not 9 minutes. I hope I can see now why we haven't been going 1-0 down for the rest of the tournament. It's terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it. Again. Yeah.
I did think Kyle Walker probably got us out of trouble a fair few times last night. I thought he had a great game.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Considering he's probably one of the oldest player. Well, he is the oldest player in the squad. He looked like he's got the most gas on him, hasn't he?
100%. Yeah, his recovery speed is unbelievable. Like you say, sometimes you get that little half moment of, oh God, looks like they're in, and then, oh no, we've got Kyle Walker.
There's a good little battle in the first 10 minutes on that right hand side where he's just kind of muscling their wingers off the ball. It was great. It was great to see.
the way Kasper Schmeichel was playing, it did make me think for a moment, oh, is this just going to be a legendary performance that drags Denmark to the final? Because even save the penalty, save the penalty. Really
what an awful time for Kane to do his worst penalty I've ever seen him take. So reliably good at penalties, and then just
that was horrible to watch, wasn't it?
That must have been like your emotion in that moment. Like, what? Like,
I that's actually made for the best reaction videos, though. You know, when they show like Croydon Box Park.
Yeah.
You get to see everyone do that. No, the double, the down and up in such a short time. Yeah,
the reverse Müller reaction. That was. Our thoughts? Do you think it was a penalty?
I don't know. I think it's like
a bit soft.
I think it's a bit soft, but I don't think it's like some people are. And when I say some people, I mean people from Scotland and Wales making out like it's the biggest injustice that in all time. Yeah. But these are the same people that think Maradona's hand of God was the best thing they've ever seen. It's a 50-50, and fine. If you don't want England to win, that's fine. But at least admit that that's where your opinion's formed.
They were saying on the analysis of everything as well that it's like the VAR clear and obvious thing, and if the ref gives it, I don't see how you can overturn it because there is some contact.
On the flip side, I actually think the Kane, there was an earlier one shout, wasn't there, with involving Kane, and I thought that was more of a penalty than this Sterling one, to be honest. And then even the Denmark free kick that then turned into a free kick nearer the ball. Yeah. Sure, yes, he's got his arm around him. It was actually his own player, his own teammate that knocked him over. So it's just, there's all these marginal decisions.
That was an unbelievable free kick.
Yeah.
I know. I was really happy they took off Damsgaard because I thought he was their best player going forward.
Yeah.
They took him off after like 70 minutes. I was like,
great.
I'm happy for that. Happy for that.
What did they make? 4 substitutions by 78 minutes, didn't they?
Obviously, we had the Grealish thing,
double sub.
Yeah.
I thought it was right cool. Like, we brought him on because we were chasing a goal, which is what he's really good at. But the whole reason that Southgate doesn't want him from the start is because he's not great defensively.
Back, and we moved to a different system anyway.
And to be honest, like I know that the penalty was soft and everything, but just Denmark didn't even seem to threaten for like the last 60 minutes of the game, like extra time and most of the second half. They just
definitely seemed to tire more as well. I think I know they've played, travelled a bit more and played a bit more.
Yeah, well, like obviously it wasn't nervous because the scores were level, but we were not battering them, but were very much. I think the XG showed it should have been 3-0 basically. So yeah, I mean it was pretty comfortable. Like I said, they scored an incredible free kick, direct free kick, but from open play, again didn't really offer anything, which has kind of been the theme of England's defending. Really, we haven't from open play. We really haven't. I mean, the Müller 1-on-1, maybe another one against Germany. Apart from that, we've hardly conceded any chances really.
Do you not feel bad for knocking out Christian Eriksen's team?
You
I
do.
You should have let them win.
ITV should feel bad because they cut to an advert when because like Kane had got like an England shirt with Eriksen on the back or something.
I didn't even see that.
I heard about it.
All the England players had signed it and they presented it to Denmark. Just as that was happening, ITV were like, "Quick, get an advert break!" Because it was an England shirt with Eriksen 10 on the back. I'd love if Kane had gone up to Simon Kjær and was like, "Oh," he said, "Oh, what's this?" Like a gift? No, he's playing for us now. And he just throws it. And he writes like some sort of wrestling entrance. He just comes up.
By God, that's Christian Eriksen's music.
He's playing for England. And everyone just lets it happen, even, and no one questions. Well, hang on, is this
legal? Is this
the ref? The ref. I'm going to allow it.
He did allow a lot of things yesterday. There were a few things that he let go.
Yeah, although when there were 2 balls on the pitch at the same time for like 1 second.
Was that the moment the ref went over? It was just before the second half, or the first half of extra time. I can't remember. But
what that is, I think, is the laser pointer, which we're going to have to come to.
Laser pointer? How did I miss this?
There was a bit of laser pointer action that was definitely noticeable pre-penalty.
It was all over Schmeichel's face.
Although he saved it, so the argument there is that it didn't affect him at all.
It's obviously
not good.
Well, like just somebody in the crowd with a pointer.
Who even thinks, oh, I'm going to Wembley, better bring my laser pointer? Like,
absolute oxygen thief going into there, watching one of the best games in an England sort of tournament ever. And like the most important games, and he thinks, oh yeah, great, I'll bring my laser pointer, I'll bring that along, rather than enjoying it, rather than just being in the moment.
Well, now there's just a small matter of the final. You said you never felt more nervous before a match for the semi-final, Graz.
Yeah.
I think you're about to top that.
Yeah, it's going to be off the scales, I would imagine. Yeah.
I actually feel more comfortable just because, for me, Italy are favourites.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like nothing to lose kind of thing. I was more nervous for this one and even the last one because those are ones you expect to win. You know, we were the favourites, so it would have felt really gutting to, like, obviously it will be gutting to lose the final, but if Italy win, it's like, okay, the best
They've
team.
Been great, yeah.
Whereas if it was anyone else, you'd feel like, you have a really good chance. So yeah, I actually feel a bit calmer about it, to be honest, because if we lose to Italy, that's a lot easier to accept. Although if you catch me on the day, obviously I'll be kicking stuff and swearing.
Pack your crutches now, Nick.
Yeah, obviously I'll be calling them all cheats and
laser pointer in each hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess you're going to watch that somewhere with a lot of fans. Really, you're not going to stay indoors for that.
I'm going to go back to my parents. I'm going to watch it with my dad.
Yeah,
it's just one of these things. Like, I feel like I can't be anywhere else for it. I mean, obviously I'll want to run into the streets afterwards if we win, and probably will do, but I need to be just laser focused on it. Laser focused, not laser pointer.
Clear.
You just outed yourself. Where were you around 9 p.m. yesterday?
And as for the final then, so I mean, Nick, you're feeling all right about it. You feel like, would you, I mean, if they're the favourites, would you be proud of an English just final appearance?
Well, no. I mean, if everyone obviously you want to win. I was just in terms of nerves, I feel less. Well, I say that now, but
let's go for it.
An hour before kickoff, I'm sure I'll be a wreck. But
I don't know what I would have taken before tournament now as like a success. I think we were all hoping to emulate some similar level to Russia, so a semi-final would have been great. So we're at the point where I'm like, yeah, this is already better than I expected.
So you've almost been like the host nation for this, basically all but one match, right?
Well, that's why not winning would feel kind of a bit sore, because this is supposed. Everyone keeps saying this is our best opportunity, probably till the next time we get the chance to host it, if that makes sense.
Well, now that we just have the final to play, I think it's time to do a small wrap-up of the tournament as a whole, and just in terms of looking back at our dream teams. Who have been your standout players of the tournament so far? Nick, who has impressed you the most? Who's grabbed you the most points?
Well, in terms of dream team, I mean, England defenders, you know. I mean, Luke in dream team now, Luke Shaw is very close to becoming the top point scorer in the whole game. So yeah, I mean, Luke Shaw, which is incredible because Luke Shaw didn't even play the first game, did he? So he could have, if he did, he could have had another clean sheet under his belt from that. So,
Graz, what about you?
Yeah, so I mean, my standout, sadly, a player we're not actually gonna see in the final. Spinazzola, another left back. You mentioned Shaw there, a player who I don't think anyone outside of Italy was really all that aware of. The fantastic attacking outlet for Italy in every game, and it's a real shame he's not going to be in the final for Italy. For us, it's great because he's going to probably be replaced by Emerson, who's been kind of naff for Chelsea for a few years and barely plays.
It's been a tournament of left backs, really. It's kind of the theme because Mæhle, the Danish left back, I mean, he didn't do that much against us, but before that, he was incredible with 2 goals and that amazing outside of the boot assist. I say Spinazzola, Shaw, like I don't know, whoever decides team of the tournament, whoever has to decide the left back is going to be a tough job.
Position in the tournament. Jack, who's been your best player?
Well, not in a dream team sense, but a player that's maybe come onto my radar more, and I enjoyed watching the last few games, is Pedri for Spain. Yeah. I think we're going to hear a lot more of him. I know we tend to hear a lot about Mbappe.
He's going to be the best midfielder in the world at some point. He's absolutely unbelievable. He's like 18 years old. He's like a little Iniesta clone. That semi-final, how between Spain and Italy, how frantic and intense it was. He ended the 90 minutes with 100% pass completion. How? It's felt like the ball was pinging,
0 passes.
Yeah.
But by the time that De Bruyne and people like that have moved on, I think Pedri will be the best midfielder in the world.
We heard it here. Maybe not first, but definitely second.
Almost
second,
first.
yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
So that's the dream team way.
Yeah.
We won't be first, but we won't be far behind, right? So for the final, obviously Gareth Southgate has chopped and changed a fair bit since the start of this tournament. But what team is he going to go with for the most important game yet?
Well, the only change he made between the quarters and the semi was Saka in for Sancho. It'd probably be the same team, do you not think?
Yeah, as the semi-final.
At this stage in the tournament, where we've literally made a final, I'm very much of the opinion that he can do no wrong, and I'm happy to let anything happen at this stage. I don't care what he does.
It's quite amazing, Saka, isn't it? I don't think anyone would now complain if Saka started the final. It's quite a remarkable thing, because if he does, that means Grealish, Sancho, Foden will probably all be on the bench. I think before the tournament, I think everyone would have had, even big, huge fans of Saka, which most people are, would have had him below those three in the pecking order. So it's quite a, I don't know, turn of events really, that it's him potentially starting on the right winger in a major final.
I've also thought he was unlucky to come off in the game against Denmark. I thought he was playing really well.
As Jack said, Walker was really good. I think before, I don't know, against Ukraine, I thought Walker was probably our worst player. Not that he was bad, but
he made a few sort of like loose passes and stuff, and there was a couple of mistakes, and you were like, against a better team that could get punished. But
I was Ari, maybe if Trippier would be better, but yeah, like Walker was incredible against Denmark. So, and yeah, like that recovery speed is just it's huge, especially against Insigne on Italy's left side. So yeah, I think same team, to be honest. And I think Italy will play the same team as well.
Italy's Chiellini was playing some outstanding mind games, as we mentioned earlier, ahead of the penalty shootout against Spain, slapping, prodding, and full-on bear-hugging Jordi Alba. Or the man just enjoys a hug. He is Italian, after all. So we've come up with a challenge called Who's He Hugging? Where I've obscured the faces of some other footballers that Giorgio Chiellini has hugged over the years. So you guys have to guess who they are.
Right.
He does this a lot, by the looks of it, because I just had to Google Chiellini hug.
The fact that you've been able to put this game together so quickly is, suggests that he does it loads, isn't it?
All right. Photo one. Here we go.
I nearly mentioned this incident when we were talking about it earlier. So
wow. I've got two names that it could be, and I'm going to 100% pick the wrong one. I've absolutely picked the wrong one, haven't I? the laugh's not helpful. I already know I've picked the wrong one. Do you know what? I actually do know I've picked the wrong one, because I know he's got a tattoo that I would have recognised. I'm an idiot.
As you can see here, it's Axel Witsel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what was your other answer?
Well, I was going Alderweireld, but then I remembered he's got like a really like obvious Ajax tattoo, like the 3 X's.
Jack said Alderweireld as well, actually. Well, he did say Alderweireld, but he spelled... He said Alderweireld. I knew what he meant.
You couldn't accidentally identify that as a misspelling of Axel Witsel, could you?
That's what I actually wrote down.
So, on to our second photo. Hug number 2.
Oh, that's a cheeky little look, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you trying to spell Alderweireld?
Again, yeah.
It's a tricky one.
It would have been funny if you'd left the name on the back of his shirt.
It's another Fabian Barthez moment.
Ding, ding, ding. It is Koulibaly. At the moment now, so Graz has 1, Nick has 2, and Jack has 0. But there's still a couple left, Jack.
Fantastic.
That's the spirit. Hug 3 coming up.
Why is Chiellini dressed for a funeral?
Yeah.
That's the next level in Italian style, just playing in suits.
Yeah.
Got an excellent guess from Jack here. And he's elaborated on it as well.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Obviously, I don't have a different angle with this photo, but it is Andrea Pirlo.
Oof.
Which I think Graz, you got right. Nick, you got right. And Jack guessed Dybala, but with long hair. And then he's put in brackets, wig. Bug 4 coming through.
He always has such a menacing look on his face when he...
Yeah.
Like he always knows where the camera is as well. Same with the Koulibaly. It's like, I want you to see this.
Does it say cuddles at the bottom of the shirt?
Well, I mean, if it did.
I've got Nick's answer. I've got Jack's answer.
Okay. I mean, it isn't this person.
Well, I can reveal. You're all right.
Oh, no. All right. That's no good for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack got it. Nick got it. You got it. Hard luck, Raz. You came close.
Oh.
I know that muscular back.
Yeah.
A mile off.
I thought that would be a dead giveaway, actually.
That's what I thought, yeah. Finally, I stopped trying to look at what the team would be. And I was like, yeah, okay, muscular back in there. And that's Ronaldo's kind of perfect skin.
His vibe. Well, congratulations, Nick. You are this week's winner with 4 out of 4 correct. Hard luck, Raz.
Unassailable. Yeah.
Unassailable. And Jack, you got one in. We knew you could. You got one in.
Well, technically 2, because there's still no proof on the Pirlo.
Have you got the one where you Photoshop bits of his name out? Like, if you got the original?
Yeah, but it still does. You still can't see his face.
Yeah, it's still kind of obscured.
That could be Dybala in a wig wearing Pirlo's shirt.
Because he's such a big fan.
Well, that's all from us, folks. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dream Team Coach TV. We'll be back again next week to chat about the new Euros champions. Who will it be? England or Italy? We will find out soon. Enjoy the match. But until then, take care, and we will see you again next time.